Be live. Here we go. CiB versus AtroX. Round 1 starting in 10 seconds. Alright guys, welcome to the match. CiB versus AtroX here on Summit. CiB starting as Marines over in flight control on the other side of the map. AtroX starting as aliens in data core doing a 3-2 split. And CiB doing a 3-2 split as well. Going in the same direction actually.
Looks like it's going to be a 2-2 engagement in Crossroads with Havoc and Destruct in here with Striker and Rax. It looks like the Skulks are just going to wait. Is AtroX possibly thinking base rush? No, it looks like they're just positioning themselves for the right kind of drop on these CiB players.
Yep, and here it comes. Havoc coming in. Nice fighting there. Very good, cleaning that up really quick. And look at the sys change, so quick in the Atrium.
Yeah, that's a blessing and a curse. I mean, to move up to Atrium and not have anybody up there with them being in flight control, that could be dangerous. And you spend a lot of T-Res on sys. But in this situation, as long as they keep the aggression up out at Crevice, they could be in a good spot. But now spotting that Drifter, Baconlicious is going to move in here and he could knock this RT out in just a matter of seconds.
Yeah, he's sneaking in there. Meanwhile, two Skulks just passed by a Marine in Crossroads as they move into Summit Reception. Havoc and Spudnut meeting Striker 3. Spudnut going down to Striker 3's LMG fire. Havoc playing around with the rocks. Gonna jump at Striker, take a couple bites, and take him out. He is a dang good player, man. I have seen him do some amazing kills. We've seen reactor cores being pressured, and like you said, Wasabi, Atrium's being pressured by Bacon, and a pushed away in Computer Lab.
Yeah, the whole team was over in Computer Lab, allowing these harvesters to just be completely exposed. You'll see that Ritual and Spudnut will move their way in, take him down, but they've lost that harvester there and an Atrium, which is going to slow their res to a screeching halt and cost them additional, 20 res or so to get them back up. So we're quite a ways away from seeing any kind of upgrades.
Oh, that was some great timing there. Striker seeing them go through the vent, and Ritual go through the vent there in Atrium and come through outside in Crevice and run back and tag them. Seeing Hal and Destruct just taking down Rax and Summit Reception as they move into Crevice. And Striker and Baconlicious setting up camp in Atrium.
Smart thing at this point with the kind of pressure they're putting on and seeing that they're expanding up to Atrium, knowing that's what they want, I'd really like to see CiB lock down Atrium. Don't worry about pressuring beyond reactor core, but get someone up there, get phase tech early, and lock it down. Because if that's going to be their natural expansion because they put the investment in, that's going to be a good thing to go after.
Yeah, well, looks like they've already expanded into sub-access. CiB'd out right outside of reactor core as AtroX moves into Atrium, and resisting there, we see Destruct in Crossroads watching one of the Mercs build up the power, takes him down. Striker coming in to back him up. Two of AtroX's Skulks in Summit Reception.
Gosh, that's like the 4th Drifter they found and killed. That's really good on CiB here. Those Drifters are providing vision to the team throughout the map without, essentially being scouted, so they're kind of like free turrets here to just observe, or free ops towers. And that's great. But all the while over here in Crossroads, you got a 4 Skulk pack coming in, taking out that res, 2 splitting off, moving to Summit Reception. But there's a lot of mines all over Flight and possibly even Summit Reception now. So these Skulks got to be really careful as they move out.
Just saw Baconlicious and Striker get taken down there, but a big, nice push in the hive. Kaji and Ari in data core. D-Box trying to do something there, but they are doing a really good job. I see med packs being dropped. Kaji does go down. Ari is the only one left. Let's see if he can take out Spudnut with his pistol. Here comes the Res Wave.
Spawn's going to take him down. And this is really unfortunate because Red Dog, if they had been able to hold out, that shell was down to 50% and it was researching carapace. So not only would they've gotten, the the res kill on the shell, but they wouldn't have even finished researching Carapace and lost all that res for research time as well.
Yeah, definitely. Looking at the resource game right now, AtroX sitting on just 2 RTs versus 5 for CiB, and 1 in blueprint mode. AtroX, Hal taking down the one in ventilation. Those Marines that moved in the glass hallway got eaten alive, and now we're seeing a little bit of an push into sub-access where Hal and Ritual are sitting in the vents just north of it, waiting for Kaji and Ari to go away into ventilation. Power went down in Crossroads as well.
So we're at 5 minutes now into the game, 5.5. There's no obs at base, and again, knowing that they're going to want to spread to a tech point for the aliens, they need to get phase tech. 5 minutes, I mean, I think maybe we just saw it. I actually think that might actually be a second IP. But this team's really got to be able to lock down a tech point, and they got to do it now, because now the aliens are starting to get a little bit more comfortable. We're probably going to see some lurks in a little bit, and they're starting to get more res up. Of course, Atrium could go down here to Bacon Wish this.
Yeah, Kaji and Ari coming in here again, applying a lot of pressure there. But even if, I mean, they have their Harvester and Atrium is under fire. It just went down. They're now back to 2. AtroX doing all right with res biting, but CiB doing a lot better keeping them res starved right now. Just looking at this map, CiB at 4 and 5 for a couple minutes. Team resources 188 to 103, not much of a lead, and team kills 24 to 23. So looking pretty even at that point, but at the end of the day, CiB is sucking more res than AtroX in the long run, and if they can keep that constantly down for AtroX, they're just going to really delay those fades, and hopefully make a move before those fades can come out on the field. We do have a lurk now on the field.
One of the things that you can see now, though, is that with that carapace, the aliens are winning more engagements. And again, without the phase gates up, these Marines are having a long distance to travel to do any kind of expansion or to put any aggression on these aliens. So it's kind of like a twofold. It's a positive that they're taking down the RTs, but it can also be a negative because without the phase gates to cut the travel time, they have so far to go to actually do any damage against these aliens.
Double lurk play happening right now. Hal and Havoc. Havoc is the lurk that was just in Crossroads. He's a really, really good player. Comes over a mine as he goes through Computer Lab, followed by Destruct and Ritual, who are going to stop in Computer Lab and attack that RT. Rax and Striker in sub-access, going to come around this corner and try to swat those skulks off of there. And look at this map right now. AtroX really getting back control as those 2 lurks came back on the field, and as you said, with Carapace.
Yeah, I mean, losing Computer Lab, almost losing Crevice. I mean, this is aggression that, the lurks are helping with a lot. The lurks are definitely giving AtroX a better leg up at this moment. They can't afford to lose one of them. But with 38 res in the bank and 4 active harvesters, if they can secure Atrium, we're going to see a hive drop pretty quick.
Kaji over in Atrium, fighting for his life up against this Skulk. And he goes down to Destruct. Devox doing a little RT harassing in Crevice, takes that down. And we're seeing now that CiB actually has lost 10 resource towers versus just 4 harvesters for AtroX.
It's not a good position to be in. Losing that much res means not a lot of upgrades. They do have Armor 1 and Weapons 1, and the mines have helped defend, but look at this pressure hardening in, Marine Start now. They're going after the Extractor and Marine Start.
10 points to get that down. Well, while they're over there in Marine Start, we got 2 Marines in Data Core where Striker just went down, and Onzi is the only one left. He ends up going down. 71% on that RT in main base. Ritual biting the RT in Computer Lab, but letting it go. And we're seeing a little bit of 3 Marine push coming up into Crevice. Shotguns has just been completed. That should change the game a little bit and at least help deal with these lurks.
Hive has been dropped in Atrium. There are 2 Crags, but 3 Marines making their way into Atrium right now could easily take down this Hive. And they're going straight for it because they heard it. Down to 20%. 3 Marines, the lurk coming in. Back up from the second lurk, and Hive down.
Wow, Atrium Hive down. AtroX was not set up to defend that Hive. Completely caught out of position.
You know, the lurk that was in there, it is his job to scout what's coming. To miss those 3 Marines is exactly why they lost that Hive. They could have had more pressure. They could have been rallied for it. Whenever you're about to drop a Hive, you have to coordinate with your team. All the while, Data Core, we've got Striker and Rax making their way back in to the main Hive. They're going after the extractor and then focusing their attention now on eggs.
Yeah,
we're at
they're
1
just
egg.
in here. They're going to be engaged by AtroX right now, but getting some really nice kills. Rax just goes down. Striker, the only one left, ends up going down as well. But they don't get a breather. Kachi and Ori coming in.
I really think that not having the phase gates is hurting CiB a lot in the long run here. I mean, they don't have an obs built at base at all still, and not even having the momentum, it allows them to drop this Hive again in Atrium, and this time there's no one nearby. They're putting pressure on the main Hive. They're trying to get some great shots in. They're getting skulk kills here and there. There's only 1 egg available, but these lurks are just able to clean them up because they don't have a lot to defend against them, and then they have no way to get right back into the action. So now what's going to happen? They're going to go right after those extractors.
Yeah, I mean, I completely agree with you there. I mean, like you said, CiB Marines are being sent back to spawn consistently here in this match, and they are just spawning and having to huff it back into position, only to get swarmed by these fast lurks again and being sent back. So, yeah, I have to agree with that assessment. The lack of phase gates right now is really stopping them to put any sort of forward pressure on the map, because it's like they can put pressure at a base, but once they get cleaned up, it's over. And AtroX has time to rally.
Now, CiB is working up here in Atrium, trying to get these Krags down. They need a little bit of support from their commander. Weapons 2 is almost done, which will help a lot. Gorge Tunnels coming for the aliens, and now here comes the Lurk and Skulk into cleanup in Atrium. They're not even going to get 1 of those Krags down. So this was, you know, really just a failed attempt to try to even secure it.
Yeah.
Again, though, if they'd gone for phase tech, they could have just put a gate in Atrium and just flooded the whole team in.
Could have done, yeah, put a gate right on the north end, or hell, like just put a gate right on the north end of Crevice where we usually see one, and they just kind of use that as a springboard. They could have locked down, you know, a good portion of this map with just, you know, 2 phase gates, you know, two phase gates that are out on the map and 1 in their base, obviously. There we go. Phase
Finally,
tech
they're probably
has
like
started.
hearing it in the ear. God, guys, go for phase tech.
Yeah.
2 Marines making their way into Data Core again, and they're going to snipe the eggs. They've really got to focus on that shell, though, because that's very important. There is 1 Krag in here.
Oh.
We do have 1 Skulk, but the shell has gone down. Carapace is out of here, baby.
Carapace is gone. Striker and Ori doing a great job sniping eggs down. There's 0 eggs on the map right now. 1 in Data Core that just respawned. 0 eggs in Atrium because it's not grown yet, so it's not going to drop any. And with these shotguns, Weapon 2 shotguns, they're doing a great job. Oh my god, Hal might go down.
Letting the action essentially speak for itself. If anything, this was a fantastic distraction. It brought every alien back to defend, especially because they had no eggs to spawn. That's going to slow the team down a little bit, give the Marines a little bit more time. Phase tech is out, but they don't have enough res to put the phase gate out yet.
They got a, you know, 4 RTs is okay to be on. I mean, it's decent. We see Blink now has started for AtroX. They, I can't see if he dropped another, oh no, yeah, he did. So Carapace is restarting, thank God. I hope.
And our first fades are on the field in Devox and Ritual. Without Blink, they are very vulnerable. Without Carapace, they're vulnerable, but that looks like it's just about finished.
Yeah, and you know what, CiB did manage to push fades back by, you know, a couple minutes, so that may have helped them a little bit. But I mean, they do have weapons, 2 shotguns. Carapace is now done. Blink is going to be done soon, so they really got to start making a move here pretty soon. 2 Marines were just. Oh no! Oh no! Fade down. But you know what?
Big loss this
I think he
early.
lagged out. I think he lagged out.
Oh, he did. He's stuck right there in the middle of the room, lagged out.
Yeah,
that is not good. Not good at all.
That's really not good for it. Yep, there he goes. He's out. Yeah, I just saw him there in the center of that room.
The AtroX is still in a comfortable position here. The aliens definitely have the momentum at the moment. Having the second hive up, having a Carapace shell secured up in Atrium, you know, this is a moment where if they play this right, they can start putting some serious aggression on the Marines. They need to start just hitting in on flight control. They need to start just harassing, pulling those Marines back. Again, they've got phase tech, but they're not using it at all.
Yeah, you know, Striker, Onzi, and Kaji are now putting a lot of pressure here in Atrium. They're CiB really trying to take advantage of this power play that they're on right now, and AtroX cleaning CiB out of there. Those 3 Marines, as they move into crevice, hopefully they'll use that. We do see a phase gate has just got put up in ventilation. This is another good spot for it, as it locks off, obviously, ventilation and sub-access. Oh my god! 5 Marine push!
Here we go. 5 Marines.
Oh my goodness,
only
here we
a
go.
Lurk nearby, and into data core they go. The scan goes off. They know there's nobody here, and they go straight for the RT. Why would you let them know you're there?
Oh man, yeah, but with 4 they can take it down so quickly. And now they're just going to stick together right now as they clean up these eggs. 7 eggs. I'm sorry, 3 eggs left in data core.
They've lost the phase gate, though. In that situation, I'd actually would have liked to see the commander come out of the chair for a moment. Ritual down again. Holy crap.
No! Don't tell me he got disconnected again.
Well, it's unfortunate because after the first 2 minutes of the game, there are no replays, and that's unfortunate. They did come in. They put a little bit of damage on that hive. The team did lose a fade, which is going to be a real bad thing. But Destructoid's at 62 res. We could see maybe an Onos play, and with the little armor that these Marines have, that could be something for CiB to worry about.
Phase gate, a blueprint was dropped in Crossroads. It was removed by one of the aliens, and there it is, dropped again. Striker, Kaji, and Rax, joined by Ari, to build this up and gain a little bit of mid-map control. Ritual taking down the Crevice RT from CiB. 1 fade on the field after 2 have been lost by Ritual. Oh, Lurk down!
Lurk down!
Oh my god, and that was Havoc! Wow.
Those guys were so in tune to where he was. Not a single bullet missed him. And that was just nasty. Level 2 rifles even. And they could lose this harvester here in reactor core.
Yep, that does go down. There's AtroX sitting on 1 harvester with 1 being grown right now. I don't know. Things are looking really bad for them. I am so impressed.
Here we go. Marine start. We've got a fade and a skull coming in to start harassing. The fade can take on the Marine, which he didn't. He actually abandoned his skulk there, which you know, this happens a lot, especially in the lower division teams. You've got to learn to support as fade. It's in and out momentum, but if you've got a lower life form in there doing serious damage to something, let them do the work while you work on the Marine to distract him. If you have to leave, you have to leave. But in that situation, the fade did not have to leave.
Well, right now, almost 20 minutes into this game, they have skulks on the field, 2 extractors and 1 fade. AtroX needs to start getting together and hitting bases all together with all those skulks and that fade to try to make a dent here, because if they don't, they are slowly going to get beaten back, which what we're seeing right now. Power is now going to be going up in reactor core, which I'm probably going to see a phase gate drop there, and then they're going to be able to be within striking distance of 2 bases. Here they go. AtroX coming in there trying to clean this up, making sure that that does not happen.
So it was really good play here. The Fade was maneuvering in and out of those 3 Marines to allow the Skulks to bite at their feet while the Marines were distracted with the Fade. Cleaned it up. Good move. Commander's got to instantly drop, a Harvester again in here, try to get it down. Look, now they're all trying to get in there to Crossroads to go after the phase gate here. But now all these Marines are starting to carry shotguns. Not a good situation.
Yeah, and armor too is almost done, which is going to contend a lot better with those fades. We're seeing a lot of flight control harassing that's happening right now that Devox is constantly doing. Alri and Onzi in Reactor Core just got the power up, almost done with that phase gate, over halfway built, and here comes AtroX. If they can get this phase gate up, oh man, the phase gate is up.
So many missed bites by AtroX there on the 2 Marines that were there, and now this phase gate is just going to overwhelm this room because all those Marines are about to spawn back in.
Oh my god, if they spawn 1 by 1, it'll be very good for AtroX. There comes Onzi, very nice. Here comes Alri. Oh no, here comes the Commander, jumps through. Definitely,
well,
like,
again,
suit up.
that's a situation like I was talking about before when they had the phase gate and ventilation. You want your commander to come through and defend it when your whole team is doing a push somewhere else. You know that there's no one coming to your base because they're all starting to help themselves. So come through the phase gate, buy it a little bit more time, maybe keep it up, maybe heal it yourself, maybe win the engagement, be a good thing. This phase gate's going to be very dangerous here in Reactor Core.
Oh yeah, and I think it's a matter of moments. Oh, yep, there it is. Sorry, I just looked now. Yeah, the armory is down, which is going to give them, oh my gosh, that is a horrible position for AtroX to have a base at, considering that where they're at. 1 resource tower and 1 being grown, it's going to take Destruct 1 billion years to get that 75 res that he needs for an Onos.
So now is when they need to really focus on getting this room. The whole team needs to come into this room. You need to have a drifter placed close by for Enzyme. They need to get that phase gate down and just wipe out all that tech.
Oh,
2 Skulks making their way into Marine start.
Yeah, they're going to phase back, defend that, and come back and build their robotics factory, which is probably going to get upgraded to a arc factory, but they may also use it just to get those annoying turrets down in Reactor Core, which is just going to make it so hard and difficult, especially turrets supported by Marines is so annoying as aliens to try to take down.
No Bile Bomb. Actually went for Spores for that 1 lurk, which was probably a mistake. I don't think Spores are worthwhile very much in competitive play. I mean, yeah, they create a little bit of a visual distraction and stuff, but players like CiB are very good shots. So, they're going to know where to hit regardless. And that lurk almost went down.
Oh my gosh, 22%. And Devox is in there as a fade. He's going to get pinched.
No.
Oh my gosh, he got out of there with 2% health.
Whoa.
Oh my god, I stood up a little bit on that one. Jesus. Oh, okay.
Now, the other benefit that's going on is the Skulks are working on the RTs around the map. So these guys are going down to 4 RTs. There's infestation spread. If they can maybe even get, another base secure here for a 3rd hive even. No. I mean, and it looks like that might actually be what they're going to do as a 3rd hive. That allows them to keep their upgrades. That allows them to apply better pressure because then they can lose a hive if they have to, while pressuring the Marines. And the best benefit of all is, finally finding some time to get out maybe some extra Onai, some, Bile Bomb, something.
I don't
know.
Here
come the Arcs.
The Arcs are setting up there in Reactor Core. 2 so far. Devox coming in with that fade, trying to stop that, but it's just not going to be enough. 2 Arcs are in there, 76%. Bile Bomb has started. They should have known. They should have started that a while ago, but I know that they've been red starved, so it must have been really hard. Spudnut coming in around the corner. Celerity has been lost. Oh, this is not good for AtroX. Less than half.
So the benefit to Atrium is that you've got the hive kind of enclosed in this area. It's not easy to assault with your rifles and stuff. But when you've got these arcs, it turns the table, and it's not so easy for the aliens to attack this position. But what they can be doing right now is going around and hitting them from behind. They would completely take them off guard, and they'd be able to do some serious damage here. Hive's going to be down on the next hit.
And here comes AtroX on one final push into here. Good job cleaning that up. They're moving right in for the phase gate.
They got to forget the arcs. Forget the arcs and go straight for the phase gate.
Yeah, that base is already lost. You might as well stop their forward momentum into this section of the base. 74 res on Destruct. I don't know how much an Onos is going to do right now, but I mean, obviously it will help them.
Low!
Oh!
Oh!
Havoc is down as a fade. Oh my god. And he just got it.
I think the Onos could do this, okay? The phase gate's low enough. They do have welders, but they're not welding it yet. It's at 12%. He could go Onos, and with the way that they're shooting right now, if they can move it in a big swell, the Onos could focus on being the distraction and take this thing down. Now the mat coming out, this is a nasty position to be in right now.
Yeah, I mean, well, I don't know. I mean, they have an Onos. Destruct just went as an egg, and there goes all his P-res, so he is gestating to be an Onos. But CiB's smart, and like you said, they're good shots.
But look, they've got no res. I mean, their individual players have some P-res, but they've got, they're just now building 5 extractors again. So the aliens have been taking them down this whole time while the pressure's been coming. Now they're about to start assaulting DC, and here comes the Onos.
Yeah. This might be too little too late, but we'll see. Destruct now working on those. Ari does see that. There we go. We see a sentry battery getting put up in data core. They can basically just try to focus fire this Onos down, because they know that if they even lose Marines against this Onos, it doesn't matter that they lose those Marines, that they get that Onos down, because they can just come right back up.
They're only on armor 2, which is not going to help them very much. And these Marines are going down, seriously, really quick. Now this Onos is going to move in with a fade and 2 skulks. And even against the spawning in Marines, they're going to be able to just assault like mad right here at the phase gate. Phase gate's going to go down. The loss of the arcs, no income, only 8 res. I think CiB should really be shaking right now.
Well, see, with that Onos out right now, there we go. Everything's recycled there. And we're probably going to see CiB try to drop a proto lab and get some jetpacks. Try to counter that Onos.
They got to get that hive up. They got to drop a second hive right now.
They need to drop that second hive. They also need to get some extractor control around the map and be able to hold it. There we go. Advanced Armory is going.
Crossroad. But, that's a lot of tech. He's got to invest a lot of money. And yes, he's on 6 extractors right now, but for how long?
Yeah, if they can systematically start moving around the map and stop and not give CiB any chance to breathe right now, especially with that Onos. Uh-oh.
He can get out of there. He's got to be really smart. He's got to be really smart. Why is he not running? Run!
He's got to go. Destruct is out of there. Good. So he saves himself, and we're seeing Havoc taking down the RT in Reactor Core. They're assisting back into Atrium, getting a little bit of map control back.
He's got a drifter up there, too, so he knows there's nobody there. Drop the hive right now. You don't need to worry about healing it. Just get your map positioning going.
And this is something CiB should be doing right now. Getting 3 Marines to pressure the main base. But here comes Destruct and Hal, backed up by Devox. Oh man, these Marines are going to eat it so quickly. Nice nano shield there on Bacon. Oh no!
Get out of there! Get out of there!
Oh no!
No, the
8%! 2%! Whoa! No! Ono's down! Oh, that is it! Oh
that
no!
Is it. If I don't see a GG right now, I don't know. But those Marines came firing in, did not want to give up, whipped out the pistols and took down the Onos!
Oh man, I knew, I had a feeling that was gonna happen. CiB was gonna catch that Onos on a focus fire, and oh god, I was hoping it wouldn't happen. But here we go.
Over committal. Wow.
Yeah, and now we're seeing the Harvester. CiB just takes down AtroX's Harvester there. Reactor core, the sub-axis
with the
CC
team
was
they got
destroyed.
going. You know, they might as well just let everybody run into Alien and go straight for the command station in flight control. I mean, with how fast they took down that 100%, you know, chair, why not? They could knock that thing out faster than the Marines could kill the Hive.
Well, I mean, yeah, with what you're looking at on the map right now, CiB is giving AtroX not many options. They can either defend until they get overrun, or they can group up, make one final push, and basically, you know, Godar their ass.
Yeah, I mean, even with the commander out, you know, even as like a Gorge, get all the way over to Computer Lab, evolve as Gorge real quick, and then just run in.
Station under attack.
Auri getting killed in Atrium. There's a phase gate up there as well. Devox taking down Onsi.
Wow, well, I mean, look at AtroX here saying, this is not over. We are going to come in here. We're going to take this. Commander could have been using Enzyme there, though. I think that's a mistake that the commander's just not thinking. He's probably a little stressed out at the moment, which is totally understandable. But Enzyme on that phase gate would have helped quite a bit to get that a lot lower. Second command station now online in Atrium.
See now, you know, sitting on 6 RTs, it's a lot of res flow every tick. They're going to be, there we go, prototype lab has been completed. JPs are going to be out pretty soon. There we go, jetpack research started, so that's going to be out really quickly, and basically we're going to see the systematic kind of destruction of Atrox in this round. They are clinging on to Devox being that fade, you know, and I mean, looking at the P-res around, 63 on Hal, it looks like he's saving up for another Ono, like they're trying to save up for another Onos, but with 1 RT, I mean, CiB is going to grab those jetpacks and end this well, but oh!
And there goes the fade.
There goes the fade.
Yeah, they're in a really bad spot.
And now all lower life forms right now for Atrox. I can't imagine them pulling out of this.
Red Dog, we mentioned this the other night when we were watching the Damage Network's B Club game. Again, we saw no clogs and no Hydras. Nothing to stop the assault in Reactor Core. Nothing to block this glass hallway area at all to help break the pace of the Marines a little bit, to defend, to be able to break them up by streaming them in a steady line to assault them easier. I mean, that's what I'm saying is these teams, they're good, but there's the little things, the micro, that they're not thinking about as well.
Well, we're seeing Bacon and Rax in Data Core up against all these lower life forms with shotguns. They are doing obviously a really good job there. Jetpacks have been completed. More Marines are streaming in. Pretty soon we see Auri on the other side with a jetpack and a shotgun. And here we go. This should be the last final assault.
Well, they've got enough to drop the second hive. They've got a Gorge down here dropping a couple clogs. I don't know why he's heal spraying the clogs, but he is.
Well, they have 1 egg. 0 eggs. They are egg locked. CiB is going to take this round. Only Destruct and Havoc are alive. And there's the good game call from Atrox.
Wow.
There we go. CiB takes round 1 after 34 minutes.
All I can say is, dear God, please let's not let all the rounds be 34 minutes.